ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ಇವತ್ತು ನಾವು ಬಯಾಲಜಿಯ ಲೈಫ್ ಪ್ರಾಸೆಸಸ್ ಅನ್ನೋ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ದು ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಏನು ಅಂತ ನೋಡೋಣ. ಸೊ ಲೈಫ್ ಪ್ರಾಸೆಸಸ್ ಚಾಪ್ಟರಲ್ಲಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನಾವೇನು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ನಾನ್ ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ಸ್. ಈ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸ್ನ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನಾವು ತಿಳ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೇನು, ನಾನ್ ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು ಅಂತ. ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ಸ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ದ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ಸ್ which grow, which have food, which perform activities. So all these are the characteristics of living organisms. Non-living organisms, it does not require any food. So living organisms means they eat, digestion, excretion, respiration, all these are under living organisms. These characteristics come under living organisms. But non-living organisms are those organisms which do not need any food, which do not grow. These are pen, book, mobile, purse, all these are non-living organisms. So coming to life process, there are four main systems in life processes. What are these four main systems? First one is our digestive system. So whatever we eat in the form of food has to be digested in our body. For that we have a separate mechanism known as digestive mechanism, that is digestive system. Next comes respiratory system. As we take in air, the oxygen goes to the lungs. Okay, there respiration begins. So, digestive system, respiratory system. Third one is circulatory system. The heart pumps the blood to all parts of our body. So, heart along with the nutrients, the blood is called as the river of life. ಬ್ಲಡ್ಡನ್ನು ನಾವು ರಿವರ್ ಆಫ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಆ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ನಮಗೆ ಟೋ ತನಕ ರೀಚ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಕೆಳಗೆ ಕಾಲಿರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತನಕ, ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಹಾರ್ಟಿಂದ ಕಾಲು ತನಕ ರೀಚ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಈ ಪ್ರಾಸೆಸ್ನ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯುಲೇಟರಿ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಇದನ್ನು ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಪರ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ದ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯುಲೇಟರಿ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್. ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಲಬ್ ಡಬ್ ಲಬ್ ಡಬ್ ಲಬ್ ಡಬ್ ಅಂತ ಸೌಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ಪಂಪ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಬ್ಲಡ್ನ. So blood has all the essential nutrients required for our body. Next comes the excretory system. So excretory system means the undigested or the unwanted particles has to be thrown out of the body. This process is known as excretory system. So all these systems are interconnected to each other. ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಇರೋ ಅಂಥ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ಸ್ಗೆ ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಆ್ಯಸ್ ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ಸ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಈ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಇರೋ ಫುಡ್ ಕೂಡ ಬೇಡ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ಸ್ಗೆ ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ ದೆಮ್ ಆ್ಯಸ್ ನಾನ್ ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಕಮಿಂಗ್ ಟು ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಿಷನ್. ಇವಾಗ ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಿಷನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೇನು ಅಂತ ನೋಡೋಣ. ವಾಟ್ ಯು ಮೀನ್ ಬೈ ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಿಷನ್? What is nutrition? Nutrition means it is the food which we eat in the form of large particles. Okay, that has to be broken down into smaller particles in the body. So what is nutrition means the food which we put inside our body is called as that has to be converted into absorbable form. ನಾವು ಏನು ತಿಂತೀವಿ ಫುಡ್ ದಿನಾನು, ವಿ ಈಟ್ ಬ್ರೇಕ್ಫಾಸ್ಟ್, ಲಂಚ್, ಡಿನ್ನರ್. ಇನ್ ದ ಲಾರ್ಜ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ಸ್ನ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಈಟ್ ದಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟೆಡ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಬಾಡಿ ಇಂಟು ಅಬ್ಸಾರ್ಬಬಲ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗಿ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ದ ಡೈಜೆಷನ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಮೌತ್ ಇಟ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್. ಮೌತಲ್ಲಿನೇ ಡೈಜೆಷನ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇವಾಗ ನಾವು ಬಾಯಿಗೆ ಏನು ಹಾಕೊಂಡ್ರು ಅದು ಕರ್ಗೋಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ, ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಅದು ನೀರಿರಲ್ಲ. ಮೌತಲ್ಲಿ ಸಲೈವಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸಲೈವಾ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಎನ್ ಎನ್ಸೈಮ್ ನೋನ್ ಆ್ಯಸ್ ಸಲೈವರಿ ಅಮೈಲೇಸ್. ಅಮೈಲೇಸ್ ಅಂತ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದ್ರೂ ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ದಟ್ ಇಂಡಿಕೇಟ್ಸ್ ಕಾರ್ಬೋಹೈಡ್ರೇಟ್ ಡೈಜೆಷನ್. ಸೊ ದ ಡೈಜೆಷನ್ ಬಿಗಿನ್ಸ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ಮೌತ್ ಇಟ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್. So whatever food we eat, that digestion begins with the mouth itself. Okay? Yes. Coming to respiration. What do you mean by respiration? Producing energy in the form of ATP. The air which we breathe in, has to be converted into energy in the form of ATP. ATP andre adenosine triphosphate. ATP. So breathing is a part of respiration. So respiration means production of ATP, that is energy. Okay, that is known as respiration. In respiration, breathing is one of the first part in the respiration. Coming to circulation. What is circulation? So food which we eat goes to the stomach. From the stomach, the food has to reach to brain and it has to reach to other parts of our body. How is that possible? That is possible through blood. Blood carries the nutrients. Blood carries all the nutrients from the stomach to all the different parts of our body. Okay. That is supported by circulatory system. Next, coming to excretory system. What do you mean by excretory system? The unwanted particles or the undigested matter which is not required by our body has to be thrown away. So this part is known as excretory system. Okay, all these are different systems in our body. Next, coming to the fifth system, that is the reproductive system. Living organisms reproduce. No? That is another system known as reproductive system. So the basic life processes means it should exhibit growth, reproduction, movement. And another system is nervous system, control and coordination, we call that. Okay, that comes under nervous system. So all these are different types of systems in our body which we have to understand. All these come under life processes. So now let us see, why is nutrition required? Why is nutrition necessary? Why is nutrition necessary to our body? Without nutrition, what happens? So let us see. So nutrition is required for growth. ಬೆಳವಣಿಗೆ ಆಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಿಷನ್ ಬೇಕು. Maintenance. Growth, maintenance and survival. For all these things, nutrition is required to our body, which is supplied in the form of food. In the food, we have all types of nutrition. So now let us see the types of nutrition. Which are the types of nutrition is there? Types of nutrition. Okay. There are mainly two types of nutrition. ಎರಡು ತರಹ ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಿಷನ್ ಇದೆ. ಒಂದು autotrophic nutrition and the other one is heterotrophic nutrition. So autotrophic nutrition andre plants. Example, green plants. These green plants are known as autotrophs. Why they are called as autotrophs means they can synthesize their own food with the help of photosynthesis process. So hence they can make their own food. The example is plants. These plants are called as autotrophs. Autotrophs are called as plants. Plants are called as autotrophs because they can synthesize their own food. Okay, these plants are called as autotrophs, which do not depend on other organisms for their food. Those are known as autotrophs. Next, the second type of nutrition is known as heterotrophic mode of nutrition. What are heterotrophs? Heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Heterotrophs are the organisms which cannot synthesize their own food. Example, we. Can we synthesize our own food? No. Daily we eat plants and animals as our food. So that is, we are dependent on plants. We cannot synthesize our own food. ನಾವು ಸನ್ಲೈಟಲ್ಲಿ ಹಿಂಗೆ ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಫುಡ್ ಸಿಂಥಸೈಸ್ ಆಗೋಕ್ಕಾಗತ್ತಾ? ಇಲ್ಲ. No, we cannot synthesize our own food. Hence, we are heterotrophs. We are dependent on other organisms for food. Example, human beings. So, in heterotrophs, there are three types. The first one is saprophytic, second one is parasitic, and the third one is known as Holozoic. These are the three types. Now let us see what are these types. Saprophytes means, what are saprophytes? Saprophytes are the organisms which depend on the dead and the decaying matter present in the soil. Example you can give is, best example is fungi and bacteria. Parasitic mode is, parasites are those organisms which derive the nutrition from the host organism and in turn does not kill the host. Hostನೇ ಅದು ಸಾಯಿಸಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಲ್ವಿಲ್ಲ, ಅಂದರೆ ಅದರ ಹೋಸ್ಟಲ್ಲಿರೋ ಅಂಥ ನರಿಶ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ತಗೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನೋನ್ ಆಸ್ ಪ್ಯಾರಸೈಟ್. Example for parasite you can give is leech and cuscuta plant. Leeches and cuscuta plant. In parasites, there are two types, endoparasites and ectoparasites. Endoparasites means they go inside the body. Example, bacteria. Bacteria goes inside the body and then infects the organism. So these are known as endoparasites. Ectoparasites means lice and mosquitoes. These are ectoparasites. From outside, they affect the organs. Coming to third one, that is holozoic. Holozoic means they eat the solid food. Example, they eat the holozoic types. They eat the solid foods. There are three types: herbivorous, carnivorous, and omnivorous. These are the three types of animals: herbivorous animals, carnivorous animals, omnivorous. They eat the whole solid food. By this, I think we understood about the nutrition chapter. Thank you once again. Bye-bye.